Hey there, it's Rick Mount with the Paradigm Mortgage Group. In this week's Quick Facts, we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to our hearts because it talks about the ability of somebody to save money for down payment. There's some tricks that we have today that help buyers get into homes with sometimes little money out of pocket. Absent are the days with the 100% loan to value, stated income, no down payment programs, but there are still some great lending opportunities out there. So we're going to jump right into it and talk about this week's Quick Facts. This week's Quick Facts, like we said, we're going to talk about seller concessions and gift funds, we like to call them, and they're brought to you by Mike Hardy and Rick Mount, Paradigm Mortgage Group. Check us out at mikeandrick.com. Let's go to the next page here and let's talk specifically about what it is. Obviously, we talked about it a little bit. One of the biggest challenges wannabe buyers face in today's lending climate is saving enough money for the down payment and closing costs necessary to buy their home. There are a few solutions that can significantly reduce the amount of cash needed from the borrower, but gift funds and seller contributions are two of the best tools that we can use. Gift funds are donated by a family member or fiance, and they can be used for down payment to pay for closing costs. The amount of gift funds they can be applied vary depending on the type of loan. There's obviously differences between conventional and FHA. We'll talk about that in a second. Seller concessions, if you follow me down here, are specific percentage of dollar amounts that the seller, the person selling the home, can contribute on behalf of the buyer towards the cost of purchasing or reducing the amount of money the buyer would generally need to close. Now, generally, this can't be applied towards down payment, but those things can go towards loan costs, title and escrow fees, and other common things that help decrease the amount of cash that the buyer has to come up with to buy the home. So let's look at this as we unwrap the details about the gift funds here. Minimum down payment for conventional is typically 5%, although there are programs that we have that will allow somebody with as little as 3% down payment. Has to come all from them under a conventional thing. Fannie Mae and HomePath 3%, FHA 3.5% down payment. The minimum funds required from the borrower, we just talked about that. Generally under conventional it's 5%. However, there are programs with good credit scores that allow the borrower to come in with 3%. Has to come from them. Fannie Mae HomePath and FHA are more aggressive. 0% of those gift funds have to come from the borrower. They can come from a donor towards their gift funds towards purchasing and using for their down payment. The seller contributions here, we follow through on conventionals, 3 to 9%, and it differs based on the loan to value. So if our loan to value is greater than 90%, a seller can contribute up to 3%. Up 75 to 90, 6%, and if the loan to value of the new loan that's being acquired is less than 75 or equal to it, the seller can contribute up to 9% towards the deal. Investment properties, just for a side note, are 2% maximum contribution. So again, you can see significant differences between conventional. HomePath is 3.5% seller contribution, and then FHA allows up to a 6% seller contribution. So you can see by combining these two tools, gift funds and seller concessions, we can significantly reduce the amount of cash a borrower needs. So if you or anybody you know could use our help or wants to talk about how they could structure their purchase, give us a call. We're here to help. Make it a great week.